This is Ning. This is a demonstration video for ECE 5574 Assignment 7. In this video, I'm going to talk about my contribution for this assignment, and I'm going to give you a little demo to show you that how my work's actually integrated in the whole system. And in terms of contribution, what I have done is that I have found a way to monitor multiple house processes, and I was able to start multiple house processes across. And I also handle server URL, which means our GUI won't crash if user type in a invalid URL. And I also updated README in the repo, and I added some unit test cases for those contribution for this task. And okay, the demo will contain four major parts. The first is that I will show 3 unit tests, and I will show that our program can communicate with the server, and I can start multiple house processes, and I can monitor house process to see if that process has actually exited, and our program can handle that gracefully. Okay, let's start with unit test. Open Xamarin. This is the test code for unit test, and there's a bunch of code that's commented out. Those are test cases that are written by others, and these 3 test cases are my contribution. The first one is to verify that the program is able to start multiple house process. The way to do that is that we're reading a JSON blob that contains house information. Yes, this is the JSON block. It contains 2 houses. This is house 1, and this is house 2, which has a name library. And so we start the process and verify that we actually has 2 processes running. And when we queue the process, verify that we have nothing running anymore. And this test case is verified that we can handle an invalid URL. And this is a bad URL, this is a good URL. The way to do that is to post this time frame to that URL and to verify the response. So for the bad URL, the response will be invalid server. For the good one, the response should be okay. And the last test case is to verify that when terminated, the house process will update the status so that the program will know that the process is no longer running anymore. And so we start 2 processes, and we assert that they're running, and then we queue one of them, and we check that one of them is still running and the others has been terminated. So let's run it. Okay, so as you can see, these 3 test cases has all passed. And the second part is that I'm going to show you that the server is going to can correctly communicate with us. So let's start the GUI. So this is a server URL. This is a correct one. Let me load the scenario. Let me start a test case. And you can say that the server URL is correct, and so when we post this message to the server, it's giving us a 200 OK. And if we type in, let's say there's a typo, we type in the invalid URL, and let's try that again, the program will return an invalid server. So for the third task, I'm going to show you how our program is going to start multiple house process. So in this JSON file, as I said before, it contains information about 2 houses. This is house 1, this is house 2. House 2, where's it? Okay, this is house 2, his name is not library. And let's make it right. Do that again. So this part is information about the houses. As you can see, this is house 1, this is house 2, and there's different process ID. And for the last task, we want to monitor the house process status. And the way to do that, let's say we accidentally queue the process, and we'll see how the program is going to handle that. Okay, start it. So this time we use the JSON file that contains only one house, just to demonstrate. As you can see, well, this time the program is smart enough to figure out that the process has been terminated, and so it handles gracefully in that it classified that house in a class called failed houses, so that it's not going to be successful run houses. So that concludes the 4 sections of my contribution.